100 men versus one silverback gorilla, ladies and gentlemen. This is the age-old question. This is the question that is going to solve all the world problems that we've all been discussing lately. And I have enjoyed at first getting into it because I loved laughing at people that actually think 100 men wouldn't win this. And then all the experts started coming out, right? As in the actual primatologist experts, I think that's what you call it. They study primates, they study gorillas, they've even been up close and personal with gorillas.
A full-grown male gorilla is an absolute monster. It can lift 2,000 pounds, has a bite force of 1,300 psi, and is up to 9 times stronger than the average guy. But here's the thing. Gorillas aren't built for long fights. They're like sprinters. They explode for about a minute, and then they gas out hard. So yeah, the first 30, maybe 40 guys, dead. Instantly. But after a minute, once enough guys dogpile onto it,
person, and they have all said, with heavy casualties, 100 average men. We're not talking about UFC fighters here. We're not talking about 100 Marabdivalishvilis with endless cardio or Yuri Prohaskas who probably start mating with the gorillas. We're not talking about those. We're talking about 100 average men, right? Versus one silverback gorilla. They have all still said 100 average men would beat a gorilla. Right? And despite that, this debate rages on. That should be the end of it, but apparently it's not. Right, let me just, for a bit of context. I am your average man, right? I am 5'9", 5'10" in the right pair of sneakers, you know what I mean? 5'9", I weigh nearly 13 stone. I have trained a lot of boxing. I've never fought. I've trained in white-collar boxing gyms. I've trained in ABA gyms. I've trained a little bit of mixed martial arts. I go to the gym regularly. Like, I am in decent shape. I don't have the best cardio in the world. Like, I am your average bloke. I know I look like a child on the face. I know I'm a very, like, young-looking guy, but I'm just an average bloke, right? I am literally the average bloke. I'm not on anything, not on steads or nothing like that. I've started going to the gym, started getting in decent shape. I've trained a lot of boxing. I've sparred a lot, you know, hard spars, rough spars. Never did end up competing in amateur boxing for whatever reason. I'm just an average bloke. I know base level how to fight. Nothing special. I could get easily beaten up by some people, like a big gym bro or whatever. Nothing special. I'm just an average bloke, right? I could beat some people could beat me, right? Just an average bloke, okay? Me and 100 other normal blokes, I'm pretty sure, some big, some not big, you know, could take a gorilla for sure. For absolute certainty. And I don't even know why this is even a debate. Like, it's 100 people. I said this in my Tom Aspinall video, where Tom Aspinall actually commented on my video, which is pretty cool. I said in my Tom Aspinall video on TikTok, I was like, 100 Tom Aspinalls versus one gorilla. Why is this even a graphic? I can't remember who put up the graphic, but it was so insane. Like, 100 Tom Aspinalls would smoke a gorilla. 20 Tom Aspinalls would smoke a gorilla, maybe even less. Tom Aspinall's a different breed when it comes to fighting a gorilla. But 100 average men, right? There would probably be casualties. I don't think there would be over 50, like some people make out. I really, really don't. There would be casualties, though, right? I genuinely think people do not realise how durable and how much more endurance we have compared to, like, fast-twitch animals. If we really want to get in the nitty-gritty of it, gorillas are 10 times stronger, 5 times stronger, whatever it is, than a human being, right? They can bench press however X many pounds more than Eddie Hall. Like, they're still, like, 2 times stronger, I think, base level, hypothetically, than Eddie Hall. But the thing is that people... The thing is, right, if I get blunt, they're not able to actually bench press. You put a gorilla on a bench machine, and it'll probably start eating the bench. It'll probably just start pulling the fluff out of it. Because it doesn't know how to fucking bench press, does it? It's a gorilla. Right? And people will be like, well, but, you know, they could throw a human around. Sure. Sure they could. Have you ever seen a gorilla actually fight in combat? Have any of you actually watched those gorilla fighting videos? If you watch that and you really think a gorilla is going to rip your arms off, rip your face off, rip your nose off, bite you in the face and tear out your tongue, bear in mind, they are herbivores. They're not carnivores. They're not meat-eating animals. It's different if you fought a chimp, right? A chimp is smaller than a gorilla, but a chimp will violently attack you and maim you. A gorilla will probably throw you about. If you had a one-on-one with a gorilla, if you're lucky, you would get seriously injured. But if you're lucky, I bet you, if you submitted pretty early on, after it throws you around a little bit, It'll just leave you alone. And if we want to get realistic here for a second, some people have like mentioned, and I don't know why nobody else has mentioned this, some people have mentioned the fact that if 100 men came running at a gorilla and it kills one person violently, 100 average men are going to be weak mentally and want to quit. First of all, if 100 men came charging at a gorilla, it would run away. It would run very far away until we leave it alone. And even then, we would catch up to it because it doesn't have the endurance to keep that chase up forever. In a realistic scenario, you aren't even thinking about this. The gorilla would run away. It would run far away, and we could run after it, and it would get tired, and then we could literally, while it's tired and exhausted, maim it to death, all piling on top of it, tens of people, grabbing its arms, kicking it on the floor, booting it, draining it, while you've got 10 people on each arm and it's trying to rag you off, but it's too tired after it's ran away. Somebody starts gouging its eyes aren't invincible, kicking it in the nuts. Oh, and we can't get through the skin, apparently, biting it. Eventually we would, if that gorilla's exhausted and its eyes have been gouged. Eventually we would. Or tens of people biting the gorilla, come on. Eventually we would. We'd leave a mark, at least. Like, some people act like this gorilla's Superman. So I would think that 100 men against this gorilla is like 100 men against a Tyrannosaurus fucking Rex. Or an Allosaurus, or whatever. Or maybe even a rhino or a grizzly bear. Like, a grizzly bear would probably beat 100 men. No, it would beat 100 men. Like, they've got claws that they could swipe at our necks and kill us in one swipe. Or they've got claws that could hit us in one swipe and make us lose too much blood and kill us that way. They've also got bone-crushing jaws. They weigh more than gorillas do. They can stand on 2 feet or go on all fours and just charge at people 35 miles an hour. So even if we circle round a grizzly bear, it will just charge at one end of the circle and get through us all and then run away. But even with any animal in the world, if 100 men came charging at a grizzly bear, it would run the fuck away. If 100 men, bearing in mind polar bears hunt men, right? If you're in the Antarctica and a polar bear smells you, it will actively hunt you. Sometimes, if it's hungry enough, it will actively hunt you. They're one of the only animals in the world, land animals, that will hunt a human being and kill them because they see us as a food source. No hesitancy. But 100 men, a polar bear is running away. It is not standing its ground. It's 100 fucking people. Some people, you lot need to actually deep how much 100 people stood in front of you charging at would be. Imagine you're on your own, animal or no animal. Right, let's say you're walking through the streets of Burnley. You're in town, you've just had a Greggs. You might go to a Noddy's and get a pie. And just 100 people come charging at you. They come charging at you from the side. You'd shit yourself and run, rightfully so. Some people wouldn't. Some people are a bit loose-wired. But 90% of the human race would shit themselves and run. That's just common sense. That's 100 people running at you. 100 limbs, 100 angry men running at you, trying to kill you. You would run, right? The reason we run the world is because we're able, not all the time, we have conflicts between each other, we have scraps, stuff like that. We have conflicts between each other, but the reason we run the world is because we can work together. In fact, humans are so good at working together. The people in power are able to work together and oppress other humans. Deep that for a second. So what do you think they're going to be able to do with a gorilla? 100 people, well coordinated, on one silverback gorilla. In a realistic scenario, right? No hypotheticals. No, the gorilla's bloodlusted. Whatever that means. Bloodlusted. It's a fucking herbivore. Oh, it's bloodlusted. Cool. You mean angry and it wants to throw you around a little bit. Okay, it could kill you. It might kill you. It probably would kill you in a one-on-one. But 100 people, in a realistic scenario, the gorilla just runs away, gets exhausted because we keep chasing after it, because we can keep that up. We are far more I'm smarter than a gorilla. I'm way smarter than a gorilla. I'm smart enough to know not to fuck with a gorilla one-on-one because I can assess that gorilla would fuck me up. And, gorillas are very dumb, but they're also smart enough to know not to fuck with 100 humans. A gorilla actually has the intelligence level to assess when it's beaten, when the odds are overwhelmingly stacked against it. That's why when they fight each other, one gorilla gives up because it realises it's losing the fight. It's not an endless fight. They're not completely mindless. They would have the sense to run away from 100 people. And I'm just keeping it real with you all. This is the realistic scenario. Like, why do we have to do these dumb hypotheticals like, oh, if the gorilla's bloodlusted, or if you corner it, it just comes swinging on vines and like Tarzan, just fucking killing everybody. No, what if it comes in with a bazooka? What if, like, in a realistic scenario, we'd all have guns anyway? It'd take probably one person with a rifle. Let's be serious here. But if we were all unarmed running at the gorilla, it'd just run. There is like literally no fight here. It'd run until it's exhausted and then we'd take it because it's so tired. We'd all just be able to pin it down together while people eye gouge it and other people kick it and bite it and shit like that. And that'd be the end of that. That would be the end. That's it. I know this is a very like, the video's not as creative as other people, but this is just the truth of the matter. This is the realistic scenario. Like, why do we have to pretend that the world's something it's not? Oh, if the gorilla's this. No, the gorilla would run, get exhausted, and then we'd kill it. But it's 100 people. Like, on TikTok, I have, and I hate to flex, I have 53,000 followers, right? And now, 53,000 followers, this is the problem, doesn't look like a lot to somebody that's got 2 million, because it isn't a lot. But when you actually deep how many people, if you lined up all my 53,000 followers in front of me it would be a lot of people. It would be insane. Now, people look at even smaller pages with, let's say, 100 followers, people that are just trying to come up, and they'll be like, that's not a lot of people. Because social media's made us think, 2 million's a lot of people, 50,000's a lot of people, 100 people's not a lot of people. But actually, if you put 100 of your followers in front of you, you would realise that's a lot of fucking people. That's a lot of people trying to run at you and take you out. Social media has skewed your mind if you think 100 people would not take a gorilla. It is not 10 people, not 20 people, not 30 people, not 40 people, not 50 people. 100, 100. 100. Deep that number before you chat shit about a gorilla beating a human being. Deep that number and then come back to me. Because that number would 100%, in a real scenario, just chase after the gorilla and then maim it. Without a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. Without, one-on-one. The gorilla's murking you. It is. It might not actually kill you. It would probably injure you and then walk off. And you just go back, it broke my arm, it broke my legs, it bit me on the shoulder, It's not going to eat you. It's a fucking herbivore. It's not a grizzly bear. It's going to just fucking tear you apart and eat you while you're alive. It's not that. It's you and 100 people running at a gorilla. Anyway. Goodbye.